Hi friends, it's Polly from Horacio Printing. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I like to set up my horizontal weekly layout. The horizontal layout comes in all of our different covers this year. So the most popular is our new gray lay flat binding, which comes only in horizontal. And then you can also choose between our white marble and black marble. These are really great because they have tabs this year. So we're really excited about that upgrade. Before I dive into how I set up my to-do list and my week at a glance, I wanted to quickly share my top tips for getting the most out of the planner and also top tips when it comes to planning in general. So my number one planning tip is to have one time a week that you sit down to schedule your week. For me, I like to do this on Sunday nights. I sit down and invest time, look at my week at a glance, and just to kind of soak in where am I spending my time? Because I truly believe that who we become in the next season of life is determined by our schedule. So at the beginning of that planning time, I like to flip back to the front of my planner where I've got my wheel and who I'm becoming and my next steps and the things I'm trying to prioritize in my life, and make time for those things in the week. So it's your time to really design your canvas because you are the architect of this life that you're living. So that's my number one goal, is to take that time, set up that rhythm with yourself where once a week you're sitting down to plan and to schedule for the week. And it's not a chore, it's a treasure. It's time that you are really giving yourself. It's a gift. So take that time to retreat on Sundays, or maybe it's Monday mornings or Saturdays or Friday night, like whatever works for you. My second tip is to batch things together. Our brain actually really doesn't like to multitask as much as we think it does. We can get a lot more done if we batch similar tasks together. For me, one of the things I batch together is my creative writing time, where I'm writing email, Instagram, captions, and product editing, and all of that writing and editing I batch together. And I pick the times where my mind is the best, which is typically the morning after coffee and a Bible study. And then I'll batch other things like editing films or filming films like I'm doing right now. I'm doing a lot of films editing back to back. And this just helps with overall time saving. So make sure you're batching things together. It also makes your day easier for you to absorb when you look at it and you say, all right, my afternoon, I'm batching all these things together, and they all have a specific overarching goal. Like the point of my time right now is to get all of my resources done. So does that make sense? So making sure that you're working towards one big goal, and that big goal can have a lot of subcategories underneath it. So batching is awesome. The next thing I wanted to share with you is to make sure you write down your weekly intentions. And there's a special page in the planner where you do that. And so I'm going to now hop into the planner and show you how I set up my week. So let's dive into our horizontal layout inside of our white marble planner. So I'm going to take you into this one. I'm going to flip to the weekly layout. There's the January month at a glance, and then here is the weekly layout. So this is my favorite, like I said before, and what I love about it is the to-do list. I'm definitely a to-do list girl, and so I love having just like a master list of everything I need to get done, as well as a space to write the due date. Of course, we still have space for our verse, and there's room at the bottom to have any extra notes or more to-dos or habit tracking. And then on this side, you have the week at a glance. And I don't know if you noticed, if you've been a customer of ours for a while, but we added a lot more space into Saturday and Sunday this year. So there's plenty of room, even though they're kind of sharing their own row, they have a lot of space within those 2 days. So here is how I like to set up my week. And this one is an example. Normally my real planner is actually a lot messier, so don't get, too judgmental on yourself. Normally my planner looks a lot more of a mess. So for the day, each planner comes with this little bookmark you can just snap in. It says a new day. And so I'm just gonna set that to the side. And I get asked a lot, what are my favorite pins? So my first favorite, of course, is our new Horacio printing pin that says, "The best is yet to come." I absolutely love this. It comes with our little notepad set. And then my second favorite of all time is the Stadler Tripless Fine Liners. I'll just zoom in there. Stadler. I got these on Amazon, but you can get them at Home Depot, not Home Depot, Hobby Lobby, and any other stationery store. That'd be funny if they were at Home Depot. Okay, so what I like to do is for my to-do list, I categorize the different things I have to do, either by color or just where I'm putting it. So like I have my top priorities up here for the week. And then I like to keep my work and my personal separate. I know that's kind of hard to see, but I've got personal tasks and then work tasks because I want to make sure I'm also prioritizing things for me and taking care of myself personally. That's a really big priority this year. And then on this side, for my week at a glance, I like to draw these two lines down the horizontal layout so that I have my mornings, my afternoons, and my evenings separated. So if I'm looking at this, I have all my mornings scheduled here, all my afternoons here, and my evenings. And that just kind of helps my brain organize, like, what are my plans in the evening? Am I free? Am I not free? You know, what are my major things I'm getting done in the middle of my day when I'm like core, work hours? And then what am I doing during my creative time in the morning? And that's really how I like to schedule it. Adding color, adding little boxes. You can see there's a dot grid, and so that dot grid kind of helps to draw the perfect little boxes into the layout. So that's the horizontal. This style of planner is quickly becoming the top selling, even though it's the newest, which is great. I love it, so I understand. And one more thing I wanted to show you is there isn't a ton of space for your day here, and I totally get that. And so what I like to do is I'll supplement the space here and use our daily notepad when I'm having a big day. So what I like to do is before I go to bed each night, or around 5 o'clock in the evening, when I'm kind of closing the shop for the day, I like to fill out my daily notepad for the next day. So I might do this on Sunday night, fill out my Monday, and what this does is it helps me design my morning, afternoon, and evening in a simplified format, and then it also makes me get really clear about my 3 major goals for the next day. So what are my 3 things that I have to get done tomorrow that'll make tomorrow a win? And I think it's really important to be realistic with what you can actually get done, making time to relax, making time to exercise, making time to check your email, or make phone calls, because if we don't schedule them in, they'll creep into other time, and usually with planning, we can be a little unrealistic with what we can actually accomplish in a day. So this is all about being realistic. Like, what can I actually get done tomorrow? Like, I'm gonna have to check my emails, so let's create a time for me to do that. I'm gonna have to call my mom or whoever, so let's make a time to do that. And so I also sometimes will like to put what I'm gonna cook that day, that sort of thing. So I hope that's helpful. I like to just kind of fasten that in the planner with a little paper clip, or if I leave the planner at home, I can just take this with me. It's a lot lighter. You can also throw this in the front pocket here, which is great. So that's everything for the horizontal planner. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Just remember, every time you make a purchase at Horacio Printing, we donate 10% of the cost to A21 to fight human trafficking. So with every purchase you make, you're really making a difference. So thank you so much for partnering with us. If you have any questions, send us an Instagram message or an email, hi@horacioprinting.com. We look forward to connecting with you. Have a wonderful day. Bye guys.